Debatable Eating, Can't Rock Me. Welcome back to my channel, it's Natural in the Flesh. And today we're here to discuss enemies to lovers relationships that created my whole entire being and ranking these enemies to loverships by story progression. So if they hated each other at one point and they fell in love the next, we're gonna rate how well the development was. Yeah. So let's get into the video. Video cue.
You can threaten your double fist face dancing all you want. Look, I know it's scary for you to put your feelings out there, because you never know if the person you like is gonna like you back. Everyone feels that way, but you never know what might happen if you don't.
Oh. At number 6, we have Seti. Raise your hands if you know this one. Raise your hands. Yes. As a young skillet, I too participated in the Seti versus Seti with the C brawl. Of course, essentially, I was on the winning team, which was Seti, by the way. Sam and Freddie, to me, are still my loves, okay? Yes, Sam never hated Freddie, I feel. She just liked to bother him, and their banter was very, I don't know, it wasn't toxic, it was very middle schoolish. Like, they were in middle school going into high school. So that's what it was. And you definitely felt that as you watched them interact. But I always think that she used to banter like that because she liked him. She even gave him her first kiss after she felt bad for exposing him to the entire world. And even then, Sam genuinely just didn't know how to express her feelings. So she used physical violence as an outlet in a way. Now, Seti is last because always, whenever two people out of a trio get together, the writing it goes to trash land. It goes to the dumpster. It takes a trip to the graveyard. I'm not sure why they tried so hard to break them up. Making up, like, it was such a childish way to create some sort of breakup. Oh, we're together because we're trying to fit into this romantic side, but we know it's weird and awkward. If you knew that, if that was so, then why would Sam kiss him in the first place? Why would they continue to be together and show love to each other? Why are they just confronted with this idea now? If that was so, then Sam and Freddie should address that. Second week they started dating. They were going on dates and stuff. And Carly being the buffer all of a sudden. Okay, Mister. Okay. Alright. Cause I know that Freddie, he used to like Carly. Okay. We know. But then at the end of the day, Sam and Freddie kissed, right? They also had that banter. And then Sam and Freddie dated. Carly was like, oh, you don't like me anymore? Cool, that's cool, I like y'all together. But I don't think you're right for each other. Girl, it's given Riley, Maya, and Lucas, okay? It's given Riley, Maya, and Lucas. Which brings us into our next couple who shares the same spot as Seti. Lukaya.
Okay, you get that?
I have to do something?
All you have to do is come in this afternoon and drop a marble.
I have to drop a marble?
I will pick it up and hand it to you.
I have to take it from you?
That's it.
Well, how's my hand supposed to get to the beaker?
You know what? Let's just move the beaker to the very edge of the desk so you don't even have to lean forward.
I have to put this in that?
That's it.
It's too much.
Now, Lukaya from Girl Meets World is a couple that essentially reminded me a lot of Seti because of their banter, but they definitely were different. Maya was an artist. She didn't use physical violence all the time, so she's not like Sam in that way. She hit a couple people, but it wasn't that serious. It wasn't like how Sam was hitting people. Sam was hitting people. She put people in the hospital, okay? Buttersock and all. But Maya was a different emotional character. She didn't know how to express herself. She did it with art. She had Riley, of course. Like, they had that little best friends whenever type duo, like full lifers. And when she first met Lucas, I already knew. As soon as she flirted with him, their banter was going to be the best of the show. Their shit was going to be the best of the show. I always felt like Maya was enthralled by Lucas, and Lucas definitely was interested in Maya. I don't care what anyone says. To have it all be ruined by horrible writing as well, I'm sick to my stomach, honestly. It's given SETI. It's given Sam and Freddie, honestly. It's given Sam and Freddie. Because why is it that love triangle always are constructed to benefit the other person that's not even in a relationship? Why is that as soon as they get together, oh wait, you're not meant for each other, or you're doing this so you can be like Riley? Huh? How does that make sense? Why would they even choose that storyline? You just want to be like Riley, so you're imagining these feelings and trying to be in the place of her to feel. But what? Riley don't even like that man all the way. Oh my gosh, just think about it. It's so irritating because that was such a bad way to go about it. You could have just had Maya be like, if you like Riley, go to Riley. You don't have to choose. I'm literally giving you up for her. Simple as that, or just a better written way, well executed way, but not the way they did it. You know, not the way it was done. Maya going off for the college boy is questioning. Disney has a problem with age gaps. We're not gonna trust that. But Lukai and SETI definitely share the same spot. They're basically the same person anyway. Lukai is Disney SETI. That's literally it. Sad to say.
Oh, sure. If you call shaking with fear after your enemy has decided to spare your life winning, then
No, winning is when you can smile about a defeat and plan revenge with people who believe in you.
Very well said, Ribbon. Did you come up with that all by yourself, huh?
Hey, that's pretty offensive, you know? Okay, Helia wrote it for me. You know he's better than me at those kind of things.
Yep.
So I'm not sure if they were enemies to lovers, but Musa and Riven, like, they were enemies technically, but Musa liked him. So I don't know if I should put it on the list, but they definitely were something. They broke up like a couple of times. They loved each other a lot. Season 5, when they had that song together, why is that the best song from Wings Club? Tell me I'm wrong. Cause like 121 is the sweetest music, drop one beat and you'll never lose it. That's exactly what they was preaching about. Enemies to lovers all day. Riven was kind of he was kind of a douche. He was a douche. And Musa was a sweetheart as always. She could never do no wrong. And they had this dynamic where Riven was like, no. And Musa was like, yes. So I'm not sure if that's enemies to lovers, but they're here. Even though they kind of deserve 6 as well as SETI, but I'm gonna leave them alone because they broke up at the end of the season because their writing was trash. I don't care. Like, Riven and Musa got so toxic at the end, I was just surprised by it, like shocked, sick to my stomach. Like, they weren't my favorite couple out of Wings Club, but they were close because I love the dynamic of bad boy and literally town sweetheart. But then they ruined it, and then Riven turned even more a douche, you know, already was. So there's that. But at number 4, we have Logan and Quinn. Man, what was their dynamic, honestly? Like, they always broadcasted their dislike for each other openly to their friends. Like, I was so shocked when they kissed. When I tell you, I was on the floor, jaw dropped, rattled, honestly. It was a plot twist, and it's still shocking to this day. They genuinely created player / bad boy falls in love with the nerd trope. That's literally theirs. They founded it, they constructed it, they were here first, trendsetters. Because there is absolutely no way we go from Quinn calling Logan a jerk, Logan making fun of Quinn, calling her weird and a geek and a dork, to one day when Quinn was trying to win back Mark because he was going on dates with Brooke, and him being like, you're pretty, you're fun, sorta. don't try to be like anyone else, just be you. And then they kiss, and he's like, weirdest day ever. You know, it's a weird day for me too, because if I could predict the future, if I could see the future like Miss Raven, I still wouldn't have seen that, because blew my mind. Just, I'm shocked still. Wow, crazy. Oh my gosh. And you know what's funny? As they bonded over being embarrassed by each other, and like at the prom scene when they were like, I love you, and then they kiss, emotions, just, they're so good for each other. They lasted. I'm telling you, we're together now, married, 3 kids, and a dog. And Quinn has like different animals on it. Like, that's literally their life right now. Now, best couple. But, woo, Logan and Quinn, they were stunning. That chemistry is just, y'all not touching them. Ah! Okay, anyways.
Here.
No.
Trust
No,
me.
I can't.
Trust me. Trust me. Pretend I'm a painting or something you admire.
A painting.
Or a speedboat or some stupid car. Something that makes you happy.
At number 3, we have Ricky and Zayn. Ricky and Zayn are from H2O, just add water, you know, like, I got a special power that I'm not afraid to use. So come on, this is my adventure. This is my fantasy. It's all about living in the ocean, breathing water free. Cause I'm not an ordinary girl. I'm not a typical. I messed the lyrics so bad. But anyways, bonding over horrible dads on a balcony, helping him over his fear of heights. Zayn in his power, doing his best to impress Ricky, buying her things, going through this awesome character development. Enemies to lovers, they bicker, they banter, they even have this nice little dynamic when they're dating. Where I just love that dynamic so much. It's their chemistry in the show is so amazing. They have the best chemistry, the best relationship until season 3. We're not gonna discuss. Like, they have their own problems. Like, Ricky was short-tempered. Zayn was a douche sometimes, but he grew out of that, sorta. I also don't think the acting is bad in the show, but maybe because I'm just built different, I don't know. But their chemistry was truly one of a kind, honestly. I watched their scenes back, and they were made for each other. They were made for each other. Also, sometimes as a shipper, you have to pretend some things don't exist. Season 3 is one of them. Season 3 ruined it. Everything. They ruined everything, which is why there is no season 3. That is non-existent. Season 3, no, they never had it. They stopped at season 2. And I feel the same way for Barney and Robin. Because what was that last season? I'm still mad about that. But no one is supposed to bring up How I Met Your Mother to me at all. Because then I'll get really angry. It'll just bring up this fire in me. I can't even address it. Can't even address it right now. But it also reminds me of Haley and Elijah from the originals. Yeah. We don't talk about that either. Because, no. No, we're not going to talk about that either. We're just not going to talk about it. I can't do it. I can't do it, right? I cannot do it right now. Have Kung Ho and Artit. The couple from Sodas. I think I just butchered their names. Kung Ho? Artit? I haven't watched the series in such a long time, but I remember their dynamic. See, this is the same as like Musa and Raven, because Kung Po, he liked our tit, but like at the same time, our tit was like, bro, keep it a buck. Keep it a buck right now, because we should not have anything between us. The only thing that should be between us is 100 feet pole right now, because you're doing a lot. That's not technically enemies. That's not technically enemies, is it? Is it? No, I don't think so. But they're here on the list. I love the relationship. Season 2 is the best season. Debate with your mother, not with me. Because when I tell you season 2 gave. And the way their chemistry improved. Yeah, they were it. They were it back in the day. They still are it. We're not touching them at all.
Oh my god, what did you do to your hair?
I cut it.
Oh, I hate it so much.
That is very rude. It's short now. You can't just say you hate it.
Wow. Only 3 women can pull off short hair like that. Audrey Hepburn, Halle Berry, and Ellen DeGeneres. Guys are not gonna go for this. I'm telling you, they're not gonna deal with it.
All right. Well, it's a good thing you're not my boyfriend.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
I like it.
It might grow on me.
I have Danny and Mindy from the Mindy Project. I don't know if they're technically enemies. They just had like this dynamic where it seemed that way. But in the relationship, everything wasn't perfect. Even when they eventually got together, they still had to learn to love each other, learn to deal with each other, still had that banter they had. I love the Mindy Project so much. One scene that I do think about often from the Mindy Project is the scene where Mindy's upset at the Christmas party and Danny dances to try again from Aaliyah. And he does a dance for her. Like, what was he on? Because why are they literally the best people ever? Why are they made for each other? Why weren't they together forever? Like, it's not making sense to me at all. At the end of the day, Danny was there for Mindy all the time. Even when he didn't like her, he was there for her almost all the time. Always. He ran to help because he's just that kind of person. He deserved a lot, honestly.
Okay, Stubby knows everybody. That's his job.
See, that's not normal. Okay, your best friend is your driver. Your parents are on your payroll and your girlfriend. I mean, real people date someone because they want to be with them. Why are you with Alexis? That's all I'm saying.
Christopher Wilde and Jessica, yes, we love pop star, pop boy, pop idol, falls in love with girl who does not care who he is very much normal. She's not like other girls. We love that. And the way of their banter, their chemistry, their dynamic, especially at the beginning, where he hits her with the door, and they go to the hospital, and then he has to stay in her garage, and then they find each other at the beach, and just they're bickering, and the dialogue between them is just so good. They were made for each other. Starstruck, best Disney movie. There's no other way to say it. Literally best Disney movie. Sorry to say. Like, genuinely just one of the good ones. But at number 1, of course they were gonna be on here. Number 1, if you don't already know, Trapped is my favorite BL. Off the chart, it's my favorite BL. It's gonna stay number 1 forever until our lives are over. It's gonna stay at number 1. Whether you like it or don't like it, it'll still be number 1. Whether you like it or don't like it, it'll still be number one, because Tangy and Xiaofei, they created chemistry, they created loving each other until the end, they created ride or die, they created not unreal love. They created every good, healthy relationship dynamic known to man. When I tell you communication was key, when I tell you when they were first enemies at the beginning, because you know, Tangy was a gangster, Xiaofei was a cop, and they're trying to solve this mystery, and Xiaofei was like, I've been following you for 5 years, stalker. And Tangy was like, yeah, I know, you need to relax. I don't know what happened, I got shot, leave me alone. They just constantly. And then when they were handcuffed together and Tangy gave him that coat to put around him, it's just so good. And you know what? Till this day, I think about the birthday kiss scene. That scene was great. I love that scene so much. I think about the scene where Xiaofei is like, yo, I'm a cop, so I gotta do what's right. And Tangy was like, alright, do it, I love you. And you know, free Tangy. Still 2K21, free my mans, because he did it, but was he wrong? No. The scene where Xiaofei and Tangy are like in the club bar, and Tangy was kissing Andy, I think that was his name, and Xiaofei was like, he was being jealous, like, wait, hold on a minute, hold on on that, hold on, because when I tell you it gave me whiplash, I was like, wait, you liked him? Ooh, I was like, wait, I knew it, because you don't follow for 5 years without growing through feelings. Ain't no way. Like, you know his schedule, you know his middle name, you know that he has a sister, and you tell me you don't like him just a little bit, you lying. You were lying. But their relationship dynamic, awesome. Chemistry, amazing, because Chris and Jake gave when it was supposed to give. Always. Handed 100% in acting and performance, and decided, wait, I'll give you another 100%. Just the way they rock. Just the progression from the relationship, from just them being enemies and like sort of hating each other to like, oh, liking each other and like barely being each other's company, but like, oh well, you're bearable for now. And then you're like, huh, I like you. Oh no, I like you. To fuck. To rock writing. To wow. Oh. Different writing fonts from fanfiction. Oh. I love you so much. I don't ever want to see you sad. I want to make you happy always. Like cooking scene. All their scenes are so good together. Like they're so good. There's no way this is not couple of the year. There's absolutely no way. You can't tell me that they're not. They're genuinely couple of the year. I just baffled, honestly. Just baffled. Because how do you give so much and then receive so little? I know everyone doesn't like trap like that. But me, ride or die. That's mine right there. I'm gonna stick beside them. I'm gonna stick beside them. Because Trap is generally so good. The plot, the characterization, the development, their relationship progression, which is fabulous, by the way. It doesn't happen too fast, it doesn't happen too slow. It's just right. It's just right. It's just amazing how good that show is. I don't actually want to watch it again. I've watched it over like 6 times. But what's lucky number 7, as I said before. But yeah. That series is so good. It's so good. Like, it's really crazy how good it is. How good the relationship is. Just just. Oh, you guys remember when Shafe like drew like a picture of Tangy and hung it up on his board, like, and Tangy was like, "This is supposed to be me." Like, yeah, it clearly is you. It's clearly you. But anyways, I love them. But y'all, this is my enemies, lovers, relationships, ranked by story progression. They're the ships that made me who I am today. So thank you to them for creating my soul, creating my being. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching.